Welcome to Soul, a weekly entertainment show on fashion, arts and culture, food, relationships and mental health. Our weekly co-hosts are Dr. Delvena Thomas, Imani Warren, and Chef Irie. Now introducing our host, Miss Nicky Gelin.
Hey y'all, happy Hump Wednesday. I am your host. I'm Nicky Says You Only Live Once with MIA Magazine presents So. And first of all, there are two things I want to talk about. So I literally found out about Hurricane Nicole yesterday, late afternoon. I was like, wait a minute, there's a hurricane about to hit us in South Florida. Like, I was so caught off guard. So please stay safe. As far as I know, we're not going to be heavily impacted by Hurricane Nicole. Again, I'm not really too certain. But again, please make sure that you're safe. You have your water, your canned goods, all that stuff. Again, South Florida is so really unpredictable. So again, from MIA Magazine to you all, please make sure to stay safe. Now, y'all, tonight I'm absolutely natural. I am proud of my fro, but I want to shout out my earrings. It's Ankara Miami. So shout out to Ankara Miami, Evelyn. I love the details on the earrings and everything. When I'm rocking my fro, I love to really, rock really eclectic, bold earrings. And that's what I'm doing tonight. So our sponsors for tonight is the Florida Lottery and Duke and Dame Whiskey, and also FAMU Medical Marijuana Education and Research Institute. So get credible information and engage in a safe space to learn and talk about cannabis. Educate, learn, and talk about cannabis within Florida. Also, one of our sponsors is Duke and Dame Whiskey. So we're doing a giveaway for your chance to win your own Duke and Dame Whiskey caramel salted bottle. Just answer this simple question. Name a Black-owned restaurant within Monroe-Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches. Again, name a Black-owned restaurant in Monroe-Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches. So, y'all, I do also want to announce that MIA Magazine Miami is bringing again the Book Fair Festival 2022. So, MIA Magazine presents the 2022 Book Fair issue. Join us next week. We're going to be featuring two authors next week regarding the MIA Magazine Miami Book Fair 2022. So you can see right here the different authors. Again, it's that season. So we're going to be highlighting several authors, their vision, and how they came up with their plots, their stories, and everything of that sort. So again, the Miami Book Fair is taking place at the Miami-Dade College. So on next week's show, we're going to be highlighting two special authors. Now, I want to say maybe a few weeks back, couple weeks back, MIA Magazine was at the SOLA Rum, Food, and Wine Festival, which was hosted by Chef Chad Cherry, featuring chefs like Chef Robert G. and Chef Nina. And also there was a live performance by neo-soul artist, Music Soul Child. So here's how it went down on October 15th. All right, y'all, so I'm about to go ahead and dive in right now. Here we go.
Okay, so for this question,
Here we go.
this goes back to the texture.
This is my favorite one right here. Oh!
cilantro lime jerk crab, and Chef Lisa did
I did a butterbean potato corn hash.
That's what it is.
Yes. Food is therapy, everybody. Solo Rum Food and Wine Festival.
MIA.
So, okay, yes. Yes. Yo, we had such a good time. Oh my gosh. Again, a big shout out to Chef Chad Cherry. Thank you so much for bringing the festival to Broward County in Lauderhill. It was a great time. The food was fabulous. And the biggest highlight for me were the actual chefs demoing their special dishes. So thank you so much. And we'll see you next year, 2023. So y'all know I'm natural. I took out my braids. I'm rocking my natural look tonight. And I just want to say that I want to preface this by saying that I big chopped at the end of 2009. And it was definitely a journey. It was definitely a natural hair journey. So last week, Saturday, I was able to attend, not Saturday, but Friday, I was able to attend the Hair Tales Blowouts, Bubbles, and Bites brought to us by the Onyx Collection. And there was a panel talk by the Real K Fox. She's on 99 Jams, and also she moderated the panel talk with Miami Love and Hip Hop's Shay Johnson, and also the Max Beauty Salon owner as well. So I just want to say that night to me was really memorable because, again, being a woman of color with textured hair, it's not really acceptable within society. And when I big chopped in 2009, back then, it was totally considered not acceptable. I got so many backlash for big chopping and for being my natural, authentic self. So with this event that took place this past weekend, a side of me really wished it was there for me and others back then, like almost 10 years ago. So here is a recap of how everything went down at the Hair Tales Onyx Collection event. And that's it. So right now I'm on 2 episodes, and the Hair Tales is actually hosted by the gorgeous Tracy Ellis Ross, y'all. Okay. So Tracy is one of my biggest icons, and she's actually the host of the Hair Tales. So the first episode features Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah goes into her journey as far as her hair being a young child, and her being in the media industry, her struggles, her successes, and where she is right now. The second episode features Issa Rae. I love me some Issa Rae. Issa Rae has like just the most iconic and memorable hairstyles. And there's so much more on the Hair Tales. Again, the Hair Tales speaks to women with textured hair, our journey, our struggles, our successes, and our identity. So tune into Hulu. You can also stream it on the Oprah Winfrey Network. It was such a great event, and much gratitude. I love it. I'm an advocate for natural hair, and thank you so much to the Onyx Collection. Okay, so lastly, this weekend, it's the Grace Jerk Festival. It's going down this Sunday, the 13th, at the Miramar Regional Park. Okay, so go ahead and let's play the promo. Let's do it. Go ahead. So here is the promo right here. So again, it's going down this Sunday at the Miramar Regional Park. So visit jerkfestival.com for more information, how to get your tickets, seating, the vendors, all of that. Chef Irie, our very own Chef Irie, will be on their premises on Sunday. Also, on Friday, I'm going to be doing a few lives with a few of the vendors at the Jerk Festival. So I'm going to post it on my personal page. It is Nicky Says YOLO, Nicky Says YOLO. So we'll see you this Sunday at the Grace Jerk Festival. And also our very own chef Irie will be there as well. Now, our guest tonight, he is known as the Teddy Bear. So he is an artist. He's a singer and songwriter. So I'll be speaking to the one and only, ever so talented Chris Knite. So keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. All right. So now on to my first co-host. She is our board certified psychiatrist and also the founder of the Brain Love podcast. So Dr. Alma, also known as Dr. Delvena. Happy Hump Wednesday. How's it going tonight?
Hey, Nikki. Happy Hump Wednesday. How are you?
Hurricane Nicole just threw me off guard.
Yeah, all of us.
I'm good. Other than that, I'm good.
All of us. I'm like you. When I heard there was a hurricane, I was like, what? Where? It just happened to us. So, are you ready to take the couch? Yeah. I don't have a lot of lessons tonight. Last week, I think, was pretty heavy. I said a lot about some very deep stuff. So I'm going to keep it light tonight. This Friday is Veterans Day. So people may know that because it's a federal holiday. It's a time when we observe our veterans. I'm a veteran. We have other veterans like the president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, Gordon Eric Knowles, is also a veteran. Shout out to all of the veterans out there. Thank you so much for your service. We salute you. And as you mentioned in the beginning, my podcast is ongoing. I continue to do topics on mental health and wellness. So I would invite everyone to please subscribe to the Brain Love podcast. Brain Love podcast. And there it is here in the flyer. This coming Sunday, I have a special guest. Her name is Keisha Jackson. For those of you who are familiar with the blues, she is the daughter of Millie Jackson. Millie Jackson is a well-known blues singer who she grew up in New York. So they say she's from New York, but she's really from the South. Her mother died when she was very young and she migrated to New York with her father. And that's where I want to say she started performing and singing professionally as a teenager. And this lady has been all around the world. When I lived in Germany, my father promoted a show for her and brought her to Germany, but she's also been to Kenya. So anyway, her daughter, Keisha Jackson, is a entrepreneur. She's a voice coach. She also sings and travels the country singing. And she's like a wellness coach for those in the industry. So the interview is very interesting, and it will be on the Brain Love podcast this Sunday night at 8 p.m. I couldn't do this interview live because Keisha Jackson is so busy. In fact, she's in town this weekend. I'm mentioning this because music is therapy. She'll be in West Palm Beach. That is actually a private show, but she'll be in Orlando on Sunday. On Sunday, she'll be in Orlando. So check out the show on Sunday night. And if you guys wouldn't mind, please subscribe and also rate the podcast. It's on all of your podcast platforms, which are down on the bottom of the flyer. So go on and take a listen. It's been on since May 2020. I'm in year 3, and May will be my 3-year anniversary. So, hey, yes, thank you. I appreciate the support. So there is an event Friday night. This lady was on my podcast last Sunday. We talked about her journey to becoming a comedian. This is Candace Haynes Forrester. She has worn many hats, most of which are in the business and marketing arena. She joined, her first job though was the Marines. She joined the U.S. Marine Corps at the age of 17, coming out of high school. She actually graduated early so she could go to her 13-week basic camp with the Marines. And from there, she went to school. She served in the Marines for 4 years, got out, went to college, and just had her 35th birthday. And during the last year, she has been working as a comedian. Can you believe it? So she went from entrepreneur She's an international speaker. She's spoken around the world. She has spoken also nationally. She's one of her mentors is Les Brown. She's done a lot of stuff. And in fact, she's the producer of the MLK parade that happens. She's been the producer for the last 5 years. The parade, and I think that's in Liberty City, right? I want to say Liberty City. So it's the MLK parade everyone goes to. For the last 5 years, she's been producing that. So she's still running her businesses on the side. And in addition, she's a comedian. So she will be at the VFW Post 8195 this Friday night. Doors open at 8:30. The show starts at 9 o'clock. Please come out and support. Ticket sales on Eventbrite will go to My Brain Love Foundation. It's a nonprofit, a 501c3, and it helps to fill in that gap for people who don't have financial access to mental health care. So I hope you guys will come out Friday night.
Yeah, no, thank you, Dr. Delvena. Thank you so much. Like when you think of like healthcare, it's always like serious. So this like comedy event coming up, like it brings like a lighter note to the industry. So, and Veterans Day is also on Friday. So, it's a great way to kind of segue into the holiday or the federal holiday and to kind of make it more on a lighter note per se.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
Say
Yeah.
brain love.
Brain love. And I do want to say I saw your video earlier today with your staff with the Beyonce, So we have
Yeah.
to show that eventually, maybe on our next episode.
Oh yeah, sure. And I hope to see you Sunday at the Jerk Festival. I'm excited about it.
I'll be there. Yeah. So we'll see each other.
What
And we
time
can do
are
our
you
own
getting there?
Beyonce.
What time are you getting there?
Maybe like around one-ish. What
Okay,
time are you gonna be there?
probably about the same, one-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll connect. We'll connect. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So
All right.
brain
We got
love.
Beyonce. We
and-
can do Beyonce.
Yes, we'll see. Yes, I'll see you on Sunday. Yes. Get ready.
All right. Ciao.
And now on to my next co-host. She knows everything that's happening culturally within South Florida. She knows like all the arts, all the artifacts, everything that's happening. So Imani Latifa, what are we talking about tonight?
Peace and beautiful blessings, my MIA Soul fam. I want to take this time to appreciate the work of Purvis Young, who is a great Miamian who basically had the term of a folk artist. So he had an exhibition at the Orlando Museum of Art. I had the honor the weekend before last to visit Orlando and take some time to look at his amazing collections of his work, how he would take pieces and colors and put things together. As you know, we have December coming up, and December is for the amazing time that we're having in Miami. It is Arts Basel, so everybody will be coming here. Miami will be on fire. Hopefully our weather will be discerningly good. Hopefully hurricane season will be done by that point in time, but I digress. And as you can see, Purvis Young, an excellent interpretation of his story here in Miami. Like I said, he was a folk artist. He didn't become popular until much later in his life. And a lot of people in Miami have his work. So this was a blessing to see his collection. I am definitely a fan. If I could have just took one of those off the wall, but the pieces are huge. The Orlando Museum also offers other different pieces of art that were there. I am an art junkie big time. So I like to see many different things that are at the location. After Purvis, we went to the famous building in Orlando. This building has the African American Museum of Art and Culture, which is located in the Wells-built hotel, which back in the day, it was a hotel. If you look it up in the 1954 issue of the Green Book, you will find it. Of course, this place had the most amazing things within our history, some painful things, but some realistic things that is just phenomenal to see on display. Shout out to the lady who runs it. She is a Philadelphian like me, and we take pride in our family lineage of being Floridians and all this amazing artwork. I mean, look at this. They had the straightening combs stuff on display. Back in the day, Cascada laxative, which is, good for moving stuff out your body. They even had that old school Father's John. They had all these little amazing things on display that reminded me of, my childhood. And of course, those baby boomers, our parents and their grandparents, their childhood. My favorite thing, of course, the curling irons, the Madam C.J. Walker, the tin cans that used to hold different things in there. Painful times in our history, but definitely things to appreciate throughout the year of the Black experience, especially here in South Florida. Remember Father's John, guys? I used to have to take that, but I didn't get sick that much as a kid. They even had that on display. So that was the back, that old-fashioned cod liver oil. So how you get better well with the flannels and all these good things. They also had a stake of one of the senators who had started all this, and the Savings and Loan Sons, a beautiful collection, Zora Neale Hurston goods, and just general Black Floridian history, some stuff that you didn't even know that happened in Black history, and our culture, which is right at the fingertips in this museum. So you definitely don't just go to Disney World. When you go, you've got to pay a visit to the location. And as you see, here is the Green Book right here and that version. And I was like, where is it? I don't see it. Bam, there it is right there, the Wells Hotel. And so this is just a walk back down in history, a fabulous location. Make sure that you stop by to check them out. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Thank you so much for that journey. There's so much history within our culture, and thank you for sharing that, and can't wait to see when you're back on the show. And now on to our next featured guest. He is an NBA and NFL celebrity chef. He's also a guest chef on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. He's also a host chef on the Island television show called Tasty Island on American Public Television. He also hosts our very own MIA Media Group, Flavor of South Florida, on MIA Media Group platforms as well. So, Chef Irie, what is going on this?
What's up, Nicky? What's going on? What's going on? Let me fix my brim, my crown.
Chef Irie, how's it going tonight?
Salute, darling. Salute. We are here in the house. I'm here in the house. And excited, yeah, it's a little rainy tonight, might be a little rainy tomorrow, but hey, Nicole, hurry up and get up on out of here, girl. Get up on out of here.
Unpredictable.
Yeah, we got stuff to do. This week it just fell. I was like, oh my God, daylight savings time change, election, and then a hurricane. I'm like,
and the hurricane.
It.
That's why I'm so confused. We had daylight savings, and then the hurricane. I'm trying to adjust. I can't.
Everybody was, right?
I'm not even fully adjusted.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have to worry about voting yesterday because I had already dropped. I dropped my ballot off on Sunday, so.
Oh, so you're good. You're good.
Yes, that sounds good. So, yes, what's going on? So I'll tell you what's going on. You jumped into it a little bit. I'm going to jump into a little bit more. Jerk Festival. Yes, the Grace Jamaica Jerk Festival is this Sunday. And, just a little bit before we even talk about all of that, it is the main component, and the reason that this festival is because of something that was was invented, if you would, in Jamaica, jerk seasoning. For those of you who don't know, that is the original birthplace for jerk, right? And so the years have passed, and there have been very, very many variations in what people call, jerk seasoning. And, people all over the world have become
not just fascinated with jerk, but it has become like a love story, especially when you're able to get jerk in Jamaica. When you're able to get it relatively the authentic style where it's cooked out on, the open flame, smoked, slowly cooked, and especially if you're able to use pimento wood, because that is one of the classic ways of smoking and flavoring, original jerk chicken. And of course, the spices that the maroons, yes, the maroons. So
Yes.
please don't leave them out. And even before the maroons, our Taino brothers, well, not brothers, but our Taino, people that were there on the islands, they brought different techniques of cooking, barbacoa, all of that good stuff. So it leads us to here. We are here now, and the Great Jamaica Jerk Festival. This is one of the biggest jerk festivals outside of Jamaica, inside of the United States. And from whence it started 20 years ago, just about. And I think the first jerk festival was at CB Smith Park. I remember I was there. I went. I think they had about maybe 4,000 people, give or take. So from small beginnings to what it is now, and I'm glad to be a part of that. So how am I involved? So I've been with the festival for a number of years now, almost about 18 years or so, give or take, 17, 18. And currently I host the Culinary Pavilion. So that's why I'm excited. So, Jerk Festival is one thing, but the Culinary Pavilion, because, we're talking about food. So hence the Culinary Pavilion. And the great thing about, our Culinary Pavilion is that we have fellow celebrity chefs that are coming through. We have Chef Maxwell Hardy. He's out of Detroit. Used to be here in South Florida for a minute. Now he's over there in Detroit, back home, running his restaurants. We have Chef Vicky Colas, my Haitian sister, and we also got Chef Ron DePrat. Many of you, if you watched Top Chef back in the day, he was on the show as well. So, back real quick, Miss Madam Producer, go back to that slide real quick. So part of our, the featured aspect of the Culinary Pavilion is the Quick Fire Celebrity Challenge. And so over the years, we want to feature local celebrities, and they come and they have a good time, and I put them through the ringer. They have to cook a meal featuring jerk, whatever that is, from a mystery basket. And every year they try to get people to find out what's in the basket. And I'm like, you all know that I'm the one that curates the basket, right?
Oh, it's you.
So there's no way y'all are going to find out what's in this basket. But definitely, we have the cooking demos by the chefs. Those will start at 1, and it will culminate with the quickfire challenge between Miss Julie Guy from 101.5 FM. Light FM. Yes, and Miss Shernay Amhara, and she is anchor on NBC6. And so they will be competing together. So the ladies are going to throw down, and we'll see who will be either the incumbent or the new winner. We will see. So that's, big ups. And of course, the Jerk Festival offers so much more. The Culinary Pavilion is not just a little bit, but is a big part of it. Yes, there is the show, for entertainers, Taurus Riley, Baby Sham, Christopher Martin, Romaine Virgo is going to be there. So that's always, the highlight towards the end of the evening. And of course, you can't go to the Jerk Festival and talk about you came home and you didn't eat any jerk. There will be lots of vendors. They are selling, jerk, pork, chicken, fish, lobster. There might be some roast yam around there somewhere. There may be some corn. And of course, a lot of the restaurants who are vendors, they'll have other things for you to buy. So I want to real quickly Yes, get your tickets, jerkfestival.com. But you can also access on jerkfestival.com a new feature that they started this year, which is an app. And the app allows you to order online from Boston Jerk, who is their mainstay at the festival. And it's called the Jerk Eats app. And so you're able to pre-order your food if you're going to buy, from Boston Jerk. And when you get to the festival, to the park, you can go and pick up your food. So you don't have to stay in long lines. So kind of like,
Chef. Chef.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Boston Jerk before.
So Boston Jerk is not a restaurant here. But it is they are a vendor group, and they've been at the festival for many, many, many years. And the name Boston Jerk is one of the iconic places in Jamaica that you can have authentic jerk. So Boston Beach, I think it's in Portland. So hence the name and the style of which that particular type of jerk. They even have their own seasoning, which is made for Boston Jerk. So hence the name. And so they've been with the festival for probably, I guess, since its inception. Yeah. So you can, so those are some of the things. There is, if you're a young person, there is the hot zone. So if you don't want to be over there with the old fogies, no, the hot zone is going to be there. So DJs and all the things that young people love, and of course, we also have a special appearance by our Miss Jamaica Universe 2022, Mr. Shami Calvin, and she will be competing later this year in Louisiana. Yes, so she will be there representing. Look here, man. Jerk Festival ain't, it's about jerk, but it ain't just about jerk. We have loads of things to offer everybody, and the biggest thing is that Jerk Festival is family oriented. So everybody can come, enjoy. There's bounce houses, there's things, there's a cultural stage. So if where you can go and reconnect to some of the cultural aspects of our Jamaican heritage, dances, people in folklore dresses and doing poetry and all that stuff. All of that stuff. But of course, come buy food and enjoy. Come see me under the Culinary Pavilion. Yes, the gates open at 12. The cooking demos start at 1. I may do a cooking demo, I think. Yeah. If I'm
you should. You should.
So I think I'm going to do a cooking demo as well. So come on out, enjoy something that means a lot to me. Jerk, not just a Jerk Festival, but the original jerk. That is part of us, and that is part of who we are.
Yes.
Big up Jamaica.
Yes, big up Jamaica. Bloop, bloop.
More fire. Yes.
Chef,
And tomorrow morning I'm on NBC 6 at 12:30 talking about jerk, and I'm also on the radio at 10:30 with Mr. Winston Barnes, WAVS1170.com.
Yes, Chef, do a big look on you, show me can't take it.
I can't take it myself to me, Lord Jesus, boy.
All right, Chef, Mr. Popularity. I'll see you on Sunday, all right?
Later.
All right, later. And y'all, now on to our featured guest. He is known as Teddy Bear, aka he's an R&B singer, artist, and songwriter. So introducing our guest tonight, the one and only Chris Knite.
Yo, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you holding up this Wednesday day within Florida?
Pretty cool. It's pretty cold outside right now, so had to dress for the occasion.
You said it's cold? You said it's cold?
Yeah. We're in Jacksonville, so.
Okay, well, I'm in South Florida, and it ain't cold nowhere down here. So, okay,
yeah,
that's cool.
I bet.
You ready for it to get cold?
Yeah, a little bit.
You said a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Look, all I gotta say is, again, I was caught off guard by this hurricane because I'm like, what hurricane? It's November. We're in for me, it's fall, winter. If it's fall, winter, why there's still hurricanes? It makes no sense to me. But okay, stay safe and stay dry. So now, Mr. Chris Knite, my first question is, how did you get the name Teddy Bear?
I was on tour with Anthony Hamilton, 2019, and when the presentation was like crazy, you know what I'm saying? So when I walked into my last show was in Savannah, Georgia, and I'm backstage, and I had fans follow me from Tampa, Florida, to Savannah. So they got behind the stage, and my security was like, "Whoa, what was going on?" We thought they was coming to see K. Michelle, but they was like, "We're here for the teddy bear." So I kind of stuck with it.
Oh, so from Tampa to Savannah.
Yeah, it was about 10 of them. 10 females. It was kind of wild.
That is very okay. Wild. So we can call you Teddy Bear, right? That's cool.
You can call me Teddy. That's fine.
Okay. So are you gonna like serenade us later on before the show ends with your vocals?
We can make it happen.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your background.
I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. Raised in Dublin. Played college ball. Played football in high school. Things like that. That was my first love. So I got hurt in college and went back to singing. You know, got older. You know, as a kid, I left home in Cleveland, so didn't really know where I come from with the music. So finding out my father was Taylor for the OJs, cousins to Avant type situation. So, you know, it kind of ran in the family. So that was kind of my calling.
Okay, wait. So, I know you mentioned your father and your cousin.
Yeah.
How did that, like, did you start singing and then they came about, or like, how did you discover that part of your root as far as being a singer?
I was singing since I was like 5. You know what I'm saying? 5 years old. And coming from Cleveland, like Cleveland is like Cleveland, Detroit is like the mecca when it comes to R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like Rude Boys, Avant, OJs, you know what I'm saying? So it's really that's where I come from. So when I really figured out, you know, what else I'm gonna do after I got out of college, I didn't want to be a cop. So I was like, shoot, I might well, you know, use my gift. And my brother was like, man, once you start singing, man, you tripping. Like you got a voice. So I finally took it serious, and I've been successful ever since.
That's awesome. Okay. So who'd you grow up listening to?
Boys and Men.
Okay.
Yeah. Boys and Men. My mom was coming from Cleveland, Ohio. And me and my sister, my mom was kind of like trying to get away from my father situation. So my mom, she had like $100. And back in the day, they had those cassette tapes with the cassette player.
I remember, yes.
So my mom, she brought me and my sister both a cassette player with the Boys and Men first tape, and we learned the whole tape, like coming from Cleveland to Dublin, Georgia. And people were at 5 and 6 years old, we're singing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with her, you know, the Bible said your gifts make room for you, right? Yes. So with us coming from Cleveland, my mom, she had just spent what she had and made sure we had food and stuff. So people was paying us to sing on the bus coming from Cleveland.
Oh, you were on a bus.
Wow. We was on a bus. There was no flight. We ain't had the money for that. Yeah. We was on a bus coming from Cleveland. Yeah, 13 hours, man. 13 hours on the bus coming from Cleveland. And people was paying my mom just to let us sing on the bus. I love it. You know, your gift will make room for you. You just got to be in place.
No, I think that's, yeah, like at that young age, you were discovering your gift.
Right.
Yeah, we're all born with a gift and a purpose. And sometimes
Absolutely.
you don't really know when it comes about, but at that moment, that
Yeah.
was your gift and your purpose to give back to this planet. That's what it
Right.
was.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is
Yeah,
music is a universal language. You know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
So we really can't live without it. Whether you
Yeah.
listen to the raindrops or you're listening to a bell, you can make music off anything.
It's very nostalgic. It is.
Yeah.
There are times I'll be in my room and I'll put on music. Okay, so I'm a 90s kid, but
Hmm.
I'll put on music from the 90s. And it just
Right.
brings back so much memories, so much feelings, from that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now R&B singer Yvonne is your cousin, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what has that experience been like for you?
I mean, I got my own legacy, so we've done shows together. You know what I'm saying? I've toured, and he was on a couple shows, and he came to Jacksonville. He was on the show. This is when I really found out he was my cousin.
Oh,
But
he's on the show?
yeah, we've
What?
done shows together. We've done shows together. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know nothing then, but it was more so my dad introducing,
Yeah.
me to the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I got my own legacy. So it's like it's more so of me just following my own path, my direction. I pay homage to him because he's done so much for the industry and for
Yes.
R&B. But it's a blessing though. It's a blessing.
Okay, so I guess your vocals from running a family, right? It's a
Yeah,
family
yeah,
kind of thing,
yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Vocals.
My dad sing. He's no longer with us, but my dad sing. My sister sing. So it kind of run the family.
Yeah,
My
and
uncles sing. We started at church, so that's where the roots are.
that's the roots. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
the roots. And I'm sure your dad is so like humbled and blessed to where you
yeah.
are right now, continue that legacy. So what was the first song that you wrote and recorded?
Uh, I have to say it's called. I had a song called "It's Over," and back in middle Georgia, like social media wasn't that big. We had MySpace, but social
Yeah.
media wasn't that big. So you could in the country, you could send a text message out, and everybody would have it. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like our way of guerrilla marketing. But I wrote a song called "It's Over," and the song was really dope, man. It got around really fast, and Power 107.1 in Macon, Georgia, they called and said, "Listen, man, we got the record. We want to present on the radio." And that was my first song, my first
What?
record. First
What
official
was that?
record. Yeah.
What was that feeling like? Did you like jump up? Did you do cartwheels? Like, what was that
Yeah.
moment?
I was more ecstatic then than I am now because now it's like I can turn on the radio here in Jacksonville and hear my record on the radio and I'm like, all right, yeah. But
Yeah.
back then it was I accomplished something, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm still
Mhm.
doing it now, and it's a humbling feeling because it's so hard to get people to believe in your vision.
It
So
is.
it was definitely a blessing.
So, what type of feels do you want your music to have?
Man, it's different. It's two different type of fields, man. I want to bring real love and passion back into music.
Yeah.
What music really told a story. These days, music is straight to the point. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So back in the days where you hear a Jodeci or a Michael Jackson or that he's pop, but he's still R&B. You know what I'm saying?
Or like
Like
what 112, Jagged Edge.
112,
You
Executive
know what I'm
Joe,
saying? Yes.
Joe. I toured with
Joe,
Joe as well,
John
but
B. Don't forget about John B.
John B. Yeah, those
Yes.
those those records told stories. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what my music does. It tells stories. It gives you true vocals,
It
less
tells
mechanical.
story. All right. So,
And then the
so
next
when
one is like love making, like the real breakdown
okay.
of real R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like they not people men are scared to beg now. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you'll have a R. Kelly begging or a Jodeci begging for a woman to come back home. These days it's straight to the point.
So wait, did you say that men are scared to beg or ask now?
Yeah, they scared to say I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's more so of an ego thing.
On the men perspective, or
Yeah,
why?
for
Why do you
me,
think that is?
it's ego. Ego. Their egos are into it. So it's they're trying to impress somebody instead of impressing their soul, their mate, or the person they're trying to be with. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to um hold on to something that's real. You know what I'm saying? They're more so that they're not straight to the point, man, when it comes to relationships. You know what I'm saying? Women are very, how can I say it? Women are emotional creatures. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So with that being said, they want a man who's sensual and understanding of what they need. You know what I'm saying? These days, men, they're scared to show that affection, that emotion when it comes to women.
why do you think that has changed? Like, why do you think there's been like such a shift in that spectrum as far as men and women?
I think because men aren't raising men. You know what I'm saying? Like more so the father is absent from the home. So they don't understand how to be a man, you know? They're products of their environment.
Yes, facts.
A
Facts.
woman can raise a man, but she can't tell him everything a man's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only a man can get advice from a man about how to be a man. It's like being a perfect example, you know what I'm saying, for being a man, you know. Women, they're raising the kids because they have no choice. The
They got
father is
to. Yeah.
yeah, the father's absent, or the mother is mad at the father because she's not with him. Or it's that's a different subject, man. But,
We can talk, yeah, that's we may, you know what? I may have to talk to Ty. We may need to book a whole nother like show about
yeah,
this
I'm gonna come
topic.
to Miami. I'm gonna come to Miami next time, man. We gotta sit down for real.
I think it's definitely a conversation to be had.
Absolutely.
Especially with the introduction of social media.
Yeah.
Social media has a lot to do with just societal habits and
Mhm.
perceptions. So I think we should definitely maybe have a part two. We can talk
Absolutely.
about the music and how your music has influenced the community, but also just relationships overall as well. So
Right.
I think we should definitely have a part two to this interview
Right.
tonight.
I'll come to Miami, man. I'll bring my whole band down there. We'll do a whole segment. We'll sing and talk at the same time.
You know what? We should totally plan it. And
Yes, sir.
I do agree. So Chris, I agree with you. I'm a 90s kid, and
Right.
I've been from the Blackberries to the laptops, to the
Yeah.
tablets, to the iPhones, whatever you want to call it. So I think it'll be great to have that kind of conversation
Yeah.
through our vision and through just technology and society as a whole. So
That'll be
we're
dope.
gonna table that for part two.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
so when do you know when it's time to write music? Is it based on a relationship, a breakup? Is it when you before you go to sleep? When is the right time for you to write your music?
I can't write music when I can't write music that's just fake. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't talk about shooting guns and
Hmm.
they selling drugs. So I write what's in my heart. And the best time for me to write is when everything is settled. Like nighttime. You know what I'm saying? I go to the studio and spend like 6, 7 hours on one session just to write a record. You know what I'm saying? That's the best time to write when everything is down, calm. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The moon is out, the mood is set.
So nice.
Put a couple candles in the studio. You know, turn on some red lights.
I
Real
got
dope, right? Yeah.
So a majority of your wait, Aaliyah, let's go ahead and play the video. So we wanted to get a feel of your music and just who you are as an artist. So let's go ahead and drop the video right now. Oh my god. I was like dancing. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So you're saying that for you, your preference is to be in your element at
Yeah,
nighttime. It's quiet.
yeah,
It's you can concentrate better. So people are saying that as far as R&B, it's dead.
yeah.
What is your take on the state of R&B being dead right
Man,
now?
they ain't listening. They ain't listening. They ain't listening. I can't agree with that, man. My brother Tank, he doing amazing. I tour with Tank. He doing an amazing job. Vito, Eric Bellinger, Chris, of course, he doing a great job. They ain't listening, man. There's so many great R&B artists out here that's doing some crazy stuff, man. The music is absolutely amazing. So I just feel like they ain't listening. Even with Diddy saying that crap, it's every artist. I'm good friends with Brian Angel from Day 26. So every group that he bring about, he run them off. So you can't really say R&B is dead, man. Cause they about to get a whiff of what's gonna happen. Like for real, it's turning.
Do you feel
It's
like
turning.
90s? Do you feel like 90s R&B, early 2000s R&B to where we are right now? Do you feel like it's the same kind of energy or vibe?
I think it's a different twist to it. But I got some brothers that's singing for real, like singing for real. Like even with myself, you know, what I'm saying I don't like toot my own horn, but when you cut off my music, I'm still riding on the microphone, and I'm open for 10,000 people at a time. So, like I do all arenas, so I ain't. They ain't listening, man. I just left Frankie Beverly last week. The OJ's 2 weeks before that. Erica
Yeah.
Badu tour. I was on tour Erica Badu in June, July. So they ain't, man. It's about to be crazy.
They're not ready for
Top of the
Chris
year.
Knite.
Yeah,
Okay.
top of the year gonna be crazy.
So I learned that as of recently, your song "My Way" was accepted into the Grammys ballot. So
Yeah.
who or what inspired this song "My Way"?
So Mr. Hankey is multi-platinum producer. He's a Grammy Award winner. He's produced Smile by Lil Duval. He just did the Good Love record with Usher and the City Girls. So he's the same producer that produced my record. We was in studio in Atlanta, Patchwork, and I needed a record that was up tempo because I'm a balladeer. I do all ballads. So we was in studio for like 6 hours, man, and we created that record in like 30 minutes. And it was definitely a good vibe. I just need some up tempo. I got your record with Chameleon, but I needed something that was like that could cross over. We got a dope feature. Excuse me, a dope feature that's about to hit that record as well. So I can't really talk too much about it. That's when signing day happens. But we got a dope feature that's about to hit that record as well.
So when is the album dropping?
We're pushing singles. I got an EP out called Overtime that did really well on the streaming platforms. And we pushing singles right now. Like I said, we got a signing situation on the table right now. That we hoping to close in January. But yeah, we got some things happening. So it's
Okay. You
yeah.
doing big things, Mr. Chris
Yeah,
Knite.
yeah, God
Okay.
is good. God is good. God is good. It's been a
Yeah,
long time coming. So
of course. Okay. So now we're gonna go into another segment called MIA.
uh-uh.
So talk. Okay. Um,
Okay.
so what show are you currently binging?
Uh, I don't know. I don't really. I'm not really into TV like that.
Oh, that's
I'm not.
cool.
I'm
That's fine.
not. I try to be most like very creative in the times where well people watching TV. You know what I'm saying? Because I always feel like someone's working harder than I am. You know what I'm saying? So if I do sit down and watch TV, it's like for 10 minutes, and I just feel like I'm not being productive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really into TV like that. But if I was to watch something, I watch classic movies like The Temptations and Bobby Brown's story, things of that nature like that, to actually help me grow in the industry, understand what to do and what not to do. You know. So
All right.
I would try to educate myself.
So let me ask, so Love and Basketball or Love Jones?
Love Jones. Come on, man.
That's a classic.
Come on.
Classic Black love. Okay, okay. What is your favorite place to visit?
Vegas. I gotta say Vegas.
Oh, okay.
I honestly went to Vegas one time, and I was performing. I performed at the Orleans. I sold out the Orleans for the first time in 2020, January the 1st, right before the pandemic hit. 800 seats. I sold out the Orleans in 2020. So that was my favorite place, man. As far as performing wise, I love Savannah. I've been Alabama, North Carolina. Savannah show out. They show up and show out. And there's no place like Jacksonville, no place like home. But I've conquered Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Savannah is country, and they come out when it comes to R&B. You know, it's the most love that I've seen came from Savannah.
Savannah.
Yeah.
Savannah is so beautiful. I've been to Savannah. I've been to Savannah, Georgia one time, and it's so like vintage as far as the scenery, as far as the history. It's
absolutely
beautiful. There's a lot of greenery. I went to the garden. There's like the garden.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a different. So within South Florida compared to Savannah is for like, you know, the vintage old soul type of like individual. The homes are so like vintage.
Yeah, man. It's very historical.
It's so historical and it's so beautiful compared. But down here is different. But when you go up there, it's a different type of like scenery and different type of vibe. So okay, now Scotch or tequila?
Scotch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can have the tequila stuff. That just make you want to fight. Tequila ain't right, man.
Okay, it's not right. It's not right.
Right.
To keep you balanced. Okay.
Yeah, you keep that.
So outside of R&B and your own songs, what is your next favorite music genre?
Country.
Really?
Absolutely. Ain't nothing like some Tennessee whiskey, man. Ain't nothing like some Tennessee whiskey.
So wait.
I love country music.
What is okay? So who is one of your favorite country artists?
Chris Stapleton.
I never. Okay.
Yeah. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're sweet strawberry wine. Yeah, man. Chris Stapleton, man. That's the dude. That's the dude, for real. Chris Stapleton. That's on my bucket list, though. I want to do a song with Chris. For real.
Chris, do you hear that? He wants to do a song with you. We're gonna call it out right now. So, Chris, are you gonna serenade us with one of your songs before we cut the show tonight?
Yeah, I do. I do one of my songs.
Okay.
I got this record called Love Law. I wish I'm sorry. It makes me emotional. Record. It makes me emotional. It was my father's favorite record. I mean, he passed in 2019, so um,
Oh,
it's his favorite record for real.
okay.
So it kind
So
of made me emotional.
it kind of broke up. Okay, wait.
Okay,
So which record were you trying to
I
give
was
intro?
singing Love Lost. I was
Oh,
singing Love
okay.
Lost. Yeah, my father's actually his favorite record. He passed in 2019. So yeah, that's it was kind of made me emotional. But I'm gonna sing another record.
Okay.
Can I sing a cover?
Yes, whatever you want. Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
okay. Close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out the candle lights. For tonight is just your night. We're gonna celebrate all through the night. Pour the wine, light the fire. Girl, your wish is my command. I submit to your demands. I will do anything and need only as I'll make love to you like you want me to. And I'll hold you tight, baby, all through the night. I'll make love like you want me to. And I will not let go of you till me too. Yeah, okay. I can keep going all day, man.
Woo!
I
My heart,
appreciate y'all for having me,
melted.
man. I
Woo,
appreciate
Chris.
y'all.
Oh my God. Let me pat myself. No, your voice, it's so soothing. It's so
I appreciate
mesmerizing.
it.
So
I appreciate
addictive.
it.
Yes. Wait,
Well,
so when is your next tour? Like what's coming
I'll
next for you?
I'll be in Miami on the 9th of December with Drew Hill
Oh,
for the
that's right
25th
around the
anniversary.
corner from now.
Yeah,
Literally.
25th anniversary. I'll be there with Drew Hill. Um, and New Year's I'll be in Georgia. I'll be in Georgia. Yeah,
So
got my own show in Georgia.
y'all here within South Florida, December 9th. Do you know what part of
Yeah.
Florida or not yet? What?
Miramont. Miramont.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I gotta come through. I have no
Yeah, that's up straight. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I think the ticket already
yes.
sold out already. Yeah, I'm bringing my whole show down there. We're
Oh,
gonna have
you
a
know
good
what?
time.
I don't care. I will find a way to get in. It's all good. Anywho,
Pull up. Pull up, man. Pull up.
I'm gonna pull up. This is
Yeah.
exciting. Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So,
dope.
what would you tell your younger self, and how old would you be?
Uh, I think how could I say it? I think I've done pretty good at the age of 34. I'm college graduate, criminal justice. Um, I think around about 21. I lost my brother 2013, and the advice he gave me is to stay focused. Keep the business first. Keep God first, business second. Make sure you take care of your responsibility. You know, being reliable and holding yourself accountable early will stop anything in the future. You feel me? So just hold
Yeah,
yourself accountable. You know.
that's really good advice. Yeah, holding yourself accountable. Like a lot of adults, based on my experience, they have a hard time doing so. Like just admitting, just fault or just holding themselves accountable. So for you to see that, like right
Yeah.
now, that is huge.
Accountability.
Accountability is so important. It's healthy. It's healthy to hold yourself accountable regardless of the circumstances.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. I'm excited about the growth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah. Yes.
Keep moving forward. I appreciate y'all for having me. Big ups to my publicist, Miss Ty, my manager, Hassan Smith. Yeah,
Yes.
man. My manager, Hassan Smith, all the new fans that I've gained, all the fans that I've already had. I appreciate them. God is good. I'm going to keep giving y'all good music.
Chris, thank you so much. And I want to be there when you're back down here in Miramar. So I'll reach out. I'm gonna pull up. We're gonna figure it out behind the scenes. Okay. So
sounds good.
Yes, Chris, thank you so much. And stay safe of Hurricane
Absolutely.
Nicole. I don't know what's happening. I'm kind of out of the loop, but stay safe, stay dry. Keep bringing us your beautiful music and your vocals, your
Thank
gifts
you.
and your talents. It's your voice. Keep continuing to serenade us with your beautiful voice. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
thank you. I'll see you later.
All right, see you later.
Yes. Have a good night. And y'all, don't forget, we're doing a giveaway with Duke and Dame Whiskey for your chance to win a caramel salted whiskey bottle. Just answer this one simple question. Name a Black-owned restaurant throughout Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches. And again, don't forget, all roads lead to the 20th annual Jerk Festival going down this Sunday, November 13th at the Miramar Regional Park from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. So I'm super excited to share that Refined Foodie Team and TG365 TV will be collaborating with the Jamaican Jerk Festival this year on Sunday. So visit jerkfestival.com for more information on details, times, vendors, and how to purchase your ticket. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next week, Wednesday, on MIA. So...